Well, I haven't ridden the 701 in quite some time, mostly because during this video it was summer, so I was trying to get as much single track as I can before the snow kicks in. You see, usually in Colorado we only have about 3 or 4 months to ride the single tracks out by the mountains. Then unfortunately we are forced to ride the lower elevation stuff. So we were riding about 3 or 4 days straight on the 2-stroke, and on the 4th day I was a bit sore and I just wanted to dual sport around.
Woo, it's been a while since I've been on the 701 Enduro. I got Cool Eye Colorado with the KTM 250 XCF. Definitely feels a little different. So I just got back from a 3-day ride out in, so the first trip was out in Saxon Mountain and Cascade Creek. I did the whole loop, plus all the way up to, this is like near Idaho Springs in Denver. That's so funny, seeing that quad. Oh, it's a beautiful road. Right now, we're kind of looking to see where I can park my truck camper and stuff. Let's see. This is why I love getting a truck camper, because I could literally squeeze myself in like tight places like this where RVs can't go. Well, an RV can make this, no problem.
So the next day comes, and I wanted to do something a bit more comfortable, ride some trails or perhaps maybe some county roads that lets me relax just a little bit. I was debating whether to take the KLX 250 or the 701. I said screw it, let's take the 701 Enduro. It has very low mileage, and what can possibly go wrong? We decided to explore the back roads of a place called Sulfur Mountain and eventually some other nearby lakes, which, by the way, it has tons of awesome county roads to explore. It's flat, easygoing, and perfect after riding the 2-stroke for 3 days straight. I just wanted something more comfortable after being on that wooden plank for so long. So exactly what do I hate about the 701 Enduro? To me, this is a huge issue, especially for a lot of people who are into exploring, solo riding, and just adventuring out on rugged terrain.
Probably doesn't help that I have 15 PSIs. I think I haven't fully trust my tires yet compared to knobbies.
So at this point of time, I'm like, what the heck happened to the 701 Enduro? I mean, it is a brand new bike. I only have 1,200 miles on it, maybe 1,500 miles, and I'm scratching my head. Why did my bike just die all of a sudden? Then I started realizing the clutch is very loose, it's very spongy. So at least I know it's something up with the clutch and nothing too serious like the engine or perhaps the transmission, or I don't know. After some time digging around the 701 Enduro, I'm scratching my head because the fluid is there, everything is working fine, everything is connected, I didn't see any leaks. I'm completely confused why this happened. Don't get me wrong, the 701 is a great machine. Even on tight single track for this big bike, it performs awesome. But the biggest flaw is the slave cylinder clutch failure. And no, it was just not my bike. It seems to be a huge common problem in the 701 Enduro world, and it's all over in the forums and Facebook. Essentially, the O-ring fails, and it is almost impossible to fix this on the trails. So this explains why the 701 Enduro essentially gave out in the middle of the trail with no clutch feeling.
Wow.
And it seems to be a pretty large defect across 701 models. Some failed at 2,000 miles, some failed at even 800 miles, and then some even failed as high as 5,000 miles. So this is the one thing I really hate about the 701 Enduro. And I don't know about you guys, but I deem this as something very crucial and important. I am actually surprised this was not really a recall to fix the issue. You can easily be stranded in the middle of nowhere with no cell service, or perhaps even in difficult terrain where your water runs out and you have a 30 or even a 40-mile hike back. Lucky for me, this happened in a downhill section where I was able to put it on neutral, then pop it on second gear when I was back at speed, and then just go all the way back coasting. So you may ask, Will, how come you didn't just change this right away if you knew this was a defect? Well, that is the thing. I didn't know it was a defect. And a lot of people don't know neither. They're out riding their 701 Enduro with this potential failure. Now, there's a few fixes. The most common fix, of course, is just replacing the O-ring, and I believe this has been upgraded as well. Or the most popular replacement is replacing the clutch cylinder with Obron. Now, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. It's about $150, so it's not a terrible fix. Anyhow, if you guys like my content, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell button. Be sure to check out some of the links I posted below, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.